everybody, this is Patrick. Hope you're doing well. Last video I showed some vehicles from the Larry Wood collection that I acquired. This is one of the things I showed in my last video. The 9-car gift pack has some Power Command cars, has some convertibles, and then the California custom cars. I think it's pretty neat. If you didn't see that video, you can check it out. It's the one right before this one. Today I want to show you a piece of history. Some of you know that I collect not only die-cast Hot Wheels, but I collect antique toys too. I have a few Auburn rubber toys, mostly tractors in my collection, but they also made cars, they made race cars. And I want to show you a little rare piece of something that came from the factory. A lot of people don't get to see. It's a raw, unfinished casting. Like it came, this is how it looks when it comes out in the mold, when they're manufacturing it before they add color. Got Auburn there, and if you see on the edges, this is actually a piece that wasn't trimmed. If they would have used this piece, they would have trimmed it along the edges. This side has some pieces that weren't trimmed either. And this is just how it looked right out of the casting. No color at all. I mean, it's no color added. This is how the plastic looked. Underneath, that's how it looks. It's something you don't see every day. A raw, unfinished casting from a toy company. And I actually have the finished version too I want to show you. So this is what would have came out the mold, and they would have trimmed the edges, they would have added colored and added axles and wheels, and it would have turned into what I'm about to show you. This is the finished version of the same casting. Pretty neat. So actually the wheels came out of the casting. They didn't color those. It kept them black. Also, I think the goggles, that's the raw part. They didn't actually add color to the raw part of the casting. They kept that part black, but they did paint the top. Also, they added that 7 there because on this casting, this raw casting, the 7's not there. It's not even embossed or anything. They just added the number after they applied color. And I'll show you the bottom. So they added the reds and the silver on the bottom, and then the bottom's red also. A big difference from the raw version. They put a little pin there and added the axle. And again, I'll show you the bottom of this raw version. No color at all. I thought that was pretty neat. A little piece of history from the Auburn Rubber Toy Company. Something you don't see every day. The raw, unfinished version of the rubber mold when it came out the mold. Little man, not detailed yet. And then the finished version. Even the hands are colored to make it look like human hands. Skin color, human skin color, whatever. Pretty neat. This grabbed my eye when I was looking online. It came from Lloyd Ralston Gallery. Lloyd Ralston Gallery is an auction house up north. You can attend live auctions or you can leave online bids, and I left an online bid for this and I won it. If you haven't checked their auctions out, I would definitely do so because they do mostly vehicles. They do trains also and toy soldiers, but for the most part it's vehicles like some Hot Wheels, but did Matchbox, Maybe, Gran Toros, Auburn, rubber and vinyl toys, the hard to find toys like Tamika, the vintage stuff, not the vintage series that's out today, but the actual vintage Tamika cars from the past. Just check them out. Every now and then I'll win something from them. And as always, I like to show you some of my finds that I acquire. This is something I definitely liked. That's what I do now. I'm kind of focusing my collection on stuff I like. I don't try to get everything out there. Just like the new Hot Wheels, I'll try to get what I like. I don't try to get every main line. I try to always get what I like. I thought you would enjoy seeing that. Hopefully you did. The finished version that you see a lot, but then you never get to see the raw, unfinished version that the factory wouldn't release. They would actually trim everything, paint it up, put wheels on it, and then it would leave the factory. It never left the factory like this. I'll keep making my videos from time to time. You keep making yours. We'll see you later.